Marondera University owes most of its existence to ZIMDEF. ZIMDEF funding has ensured that the farm which sustains the university remains viable. Welcome to this episode of ZIMDEF-funded projects in tertiary institutions. We will begin at the Marondera University, where Dr. Xavier Poshiwa, the Dean of Studies, takes us through how they've benefited from ZIMDEF's support.
We owe the existence of Marondera University to ZIMDEF funding. If it wasn't of ZIMDEF funding and the University of Zimbabwe funds, Marondera University wouldn't be there. From the beginning of this project, Marondera University project, when it started as a college, they have so far given us close to $765,000 to spruce up the infrastructure from buildings, IT equipment, farming equipment, and everything that we have here. On top of that, just recently, ZIMDEF has also supported us in establishing a laboratory. So they've allowed us to buy equipment which we are using in our labs so that we can be in a position to do all the practicals. As you know, agriculture is a practical subject. So recently they've actually funded us to the tune of $153,000. On top of that, they've also enabled us or funded us to the tune of $65,000 to establish a grapevine. And from all these projects, you would see that today we don't have funding from government for day-to-day running, but it was due to ZIMDEF funding that has allowed us to equip our farm. We've got tractors, we've got planters, we've got disc harrows and everything. And from that money, that is the money that we are using to run this institute. So we owe everything to ZIMDEF.
Kushinga Pikelela Polytechnic is located a few kilometers from the Harare-Mutare Highway. Kushinga Pikelela Polytechnic Principal Mr. Roy Mavunga gives us a breakdown of ZIMDEF funding to the Polytechnic to date.
We have benefited very much from ZIMDEF. I recall that prior to 2011, this institution was mostly a commercial college with commerce courses only. But however, we have started introducing engineering courses, and from those, the funds that we've used in the past in terms of establishment of these courses were actually coming from ZIMDEF. In 2016, we received about $200,000 from ZIMDEF, which we used to establish the motor mechanics department, where we now have NC courses running. We also introduced the fabrication engineering, and the entire equipment that we have in that particular department was also bought using ZIMDEF funds. We also have spruced up our clothing department, which is now an industry on its own, because almost every piece of equipment that you would find in industry is there in our clothing department. We also have upgraded our science department, where we now have state-of-the-art equipment in terms of water testing, training for those in water and waste management, as well as those in environmental health. So apart from funds for equipment, We have also received funds for consumables, funds for materials that are used. And in particular, if we look at the materials that we receive, we have used those materials for live jobs, where we have now constructed workshops using the funds that were allocated for materials. We also have benefited from ZIMDEF in the form of allowances that are given to our students. Every year we've got about 170 students who go on attachment, and they are given their monthly allowances of $100 each. And this has religiously been done, and our students are quite appreciative of that gesture from ZIMDEF. We also have funds that we have used to procure equipment for horticulture. We have equipment that is used in commercial farms, such as the broom sprayers. We have got disc harrows. We have got disc plows. We've got a 3-row planter, which our students are able to operate and are able to use. And besides the large equipment that we have procured, we also have tools and small machinery that we have also procured using ZIMDEF funds.
In the next episode, we shall visit the Bindura University of Science Education and Nyadire Teachers College, which will conclude our tour of ZIMDEF-funded projects countrywide. Thank you for watching. Good night.